Fellow Canadians, esteemed members of Canadian Municipal and First Nations councils, let's champion local needs over global policies and prioritize the preservation of our natural environment while securing prosperity for future generations. Have you heard of the Partners for Climate Protection program? This initiative, deeply rooted in sustainable development, guides local communities in combating climate change. We urge you to consider our recommendations and join us in spreading this message nationwide. Together, let's pave the way for a sustainable and prosperous future for all. Since the 1992 United Nations Conference on Environment and Development in Rio de Janeiro, Canada has aligned itself with global efforts, guided by organizations such as ICLEI, the International Council on Local and Environmental Initiatives, and emphasizing the role of local strategic action in advancing sustainable development. Sustainable development, as defined in the Brundtland Commission, encompasses the preservation of natural resources for future generations, asserting that individuals cannot control the land. In alignment with this principle, Canada has endorsed the Paris Agreement, committing to limit global temperature increases to below 2 degrees Celsius through the implementation of net zero policies. This commitment is founded in the theory that climate change is predominantly driven by human activities and that extreme weather events pose a growing threat to our environment, jobs, and economy, as evidenced by data from the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change. While recognizing the limitations of climate models, empirical data indicates a decline in fatalities from extreme weather events over the past century. Additionally, natural climate cycles influenced by Earth's orbit and tilt play a significant role in shaping our climate. It's crucial to understand that CO2 is not a pollutant. Rather, it serves as an essential building block for all life on Earth. Additional CO2 in the atmosphere fosters the growth of global plant biomass and enhances crop yields worldwide. Moreover, CO2 constitutes only 0.04% of the Earth's atmosphere, with human activities potentially contributing just 5% of this total. Canada stands as a natural carbon sink, boasting 60% forest cover and representing only 0.5% of the world's population. Despite the energy demands associated with life in a vast, cold country, Canadians contribute a mere 1.6% of man-made emissions. The FCM ICLEI Partners for Climate Protection program is an initiative aimed at achieving net zero CO2 emissions by 2050, facilitated through ICLEI software. This process entails collecting baseline data, establishing reduction targets, devising action plans, and annually monitoring and reporting progress. While free to participate, it requires council and staff involvement, as well as public funds and assets for implementation. Local governance best balances scientific evidence and economic realities, ensuring policies reflect community needs. However, it's important to acknowledge that UN directive programs may prioritize global policies over grassroots perspectives. Without careful crafting, sustainable development policies could potentially encroach upon the Canadian way of life. This includes impacting aspects such as private car ownership, individual travel choices, property ownership, single-family homes, and the growth of small towns and privately owned farms. We urge Canadian Municipal and First Nations councils to seriously consider these concerns. As local leaders, you possess the power to shape the future of your communities, and it's crucial to ensure that policies are both effective and respectful of local values and lifestyles. Over the past decades, public funds have been redirected towards private interests, leading to the decline of small towns and exacerbating the urban crises. Meaningful public consultation is vital, yet staff often prioritize consultation with ICLEI-affiliated programs and online surveys which may misrepresent community preferences, leading councils to adopt agendas that don't reflect public sentiment. Opposing voices on net zero initiatives are often sidelined, pressuring councils to align with UN directives. Councils must prioritize unbiased engagement to serve their communities effectively. Participation in programs like the FCM ICLEI Partners for Climate Protection is voluntary, providing councils the freedom to withdraw. As local governing bodies, councils have a duty to represent public interests, safeguard land and water, and resist undue influence. We trust our councils to make informed decisions and recommend they carefully reconsider participation in FCM ICLEI programs. By exercising their power of choice, councils can ensure decisions align with local needs and values, shaping a brighter future for our communities. For more information, check out Kickly on Substack.